Lessons that we learned from the life of Moses. Wow, it's already 5 lessons and it just keeps coming. In the last lesson, we learned that signs and wonders ought to accompany the assignments that you're sent to do, because this is the proof that God really sent you, and this is what will make people believe that you are sent of God. Today we are on lesson 5, and our lesson for today is leaders do not give up because their first attempt at the assignment did not work. I'll repeat that again. Leaders don't give up because their first attempt at the assignment did not work. Have you ever been given an assignment, or have you tried doing something and you're like, man, I've tried, it just doesn't work. God said I should do this, but I've tried, and I hear you. Sometimes it just doesn't come the first go at it. Sometimes you try these things that you are convinced that God told you to do, but then it instead seems like it backfires at you. I hear you. And again, I hear you say, I have tried, but it just doesn't work. Well, guess what? Moses had tried. Moses tried. You see, we saw the first attempt at his assignment in chapter 2, where he thought he was doing good, trying to liberate this Hebrew boy who was oppressed by the Egyptian. And then he killed the Egyptian who tormented him. But guess what? 40 years after, he had to come at it again. And I don't blame Moses when God tells him that I'm sending you to go and set the Israelites free. I don't blame him for all the doubts, because he's like, the same people that I tried to rescue and they wanted to take me out. And so he had all these questions for God. We also see his attempts at deliverance from chapter 6, where the Bible promised that deliverance is coming, right up to chapter 11, where he had to go at Pharaoh several times. First, he had to show Pharaoh all the tricks that God had showed him, all the signs, remember, that God had shown him. And then he started sending one plague after the other. He sent the first plague. Pharaoh did not believe. He came back again with the second plague, all up to 10 plagues. Now, just think about it for a minute. Imagine that Moses had given up after the 4th plague. He had sent the 4th plague, and Pharaoh still did not let the people go. Imagine for a minute that Moses had given up and said, this thing doesn't work. I don't know what God is talking about. I've tried. Man, this man is never going to let these people go. Just imagine for a minute. We're not even going to be here today. You, for the first attempt, maximum 2 attempts that you've had disappointment, you're like, I'm good, this thing doesn't work, I'm going back to business as usual. No, don't give up. Do you know the number of souls, the number of generations that are depending on you to accomplish that assignment that you've been called to do? If you give up, the lives that are at stake because you did not accomplish the assignment that you were called to do. Don't give up. Please don't give up. You see, God did not promise that it's going to be easy for us. He did not promise that it's going to be easy for us. But he said in the midst of the trials, he's going to be with us. It is more important that God is with us than that the road is easy. But the fact that God is with you, even while you go through those trying times, even while you go through those disappointments, that is what is more important. Because guess what? We serve a God who sees the end of a thing from the beginning. He has already seen that assignment. This is the end goal. And just like Moses, keep your gaze on the final product, the final promise. What did he tell you? That's why the Bible tells us in Habakkuk, he says, write the vision down, make it plain. Because guess what? Even you need to be reminded time and time again of that initial vision that God had given you, the end goal that He had given you. Because guess what? From what He said till when it comes to accomplishment does not necessarily mean that the in-between part is going to be easy. But you have to stay your focus on what the end goal is. And you stay consistent. Stay consistent. Don't give up. Don't give up. There are so many lives that depend on you accomplishing your assignment. I will see you on lesson 6.